Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and the notification bell because we upload all the time. Now, today we're here to talk about LeBron James versus Courtside Karen. Now, LeBron James got into this heated interaction. No, it really wasn't that heated, but it was an interaction with a fan that caused her and the people that she was with to get ejected from the game. Now, the Lakers won over the Hawks, but that wasn't the story. The story was the interaction between LeBron James and this lady we're going to refer to as Courtside Karen. And I'll get to why we're calling her that later. Now, this is actually like hilarious, right? Like, so basically, I'm gonna talk about it. No, I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm gonna show you what happened between Courtside Karen and her group and LeBron James. So what the lady is saying is that her and her husband were sitting courtside in Atlanta, one of the few stadiums you can actually attend games, like fans can actually be in the stands. And she decided, or her husband, or whoever decided to talk trash to LeBron. LeBron talked some trash back, and she didn't like what LeBron said, so she talked some trash, removed her mask, talking hella trash, and then they got ejected from the game. But this is going to be funny. So I'm going to show you the clip of the initial interaction, and then I'll show you what she said, and then what LeBron said, and then we'll just wrap it up from there. But this is hilarious. LeBron versus Courtside Karen. So here is the initial interaction between the two. So let's let this load up and let's go.
Well, it's been over a calendar year since these two teams met.
We'll see. There she is at the bottom of the screen.
The front row.
Security come into the play.
And now the security is getting involved.
Yeah.
The security is actually, the referees are actually telling
They're going.
they may want to.
And the refs.
Out of the building. They might be gone. I think this was happening also. Somebody was all over LeBron.
They're still on LeBron. I think that's what it is.
A few minutes ago, and I know he was glaring into the seats.
And so that was the reaction. That was what took place. It's actually quite hilarious. And now we're going to hear from LeBron about what took place there between him and Miss Lady we're going to refer to as Courtside Karen. Let's see. So here's LeBron's response to a reporter about Courtside Karen.
No, at the end of the day, I'm happy fans are back in the building. I missed that interaction. I need that interaction. We as players need that interaction. I don't feel like there was warranted to be kicked out. There was a back and forth between two grown men, and which we said our piece. He said his piece. I said my piece, and then when someone else jumped into it and said their piece. But I don't think they were should have been kicked out. But they might have had a couple of drinks maybe, and they could have probably kept it going in the game. Wouldn't have been about the game no more. So I think the referees did what they had to do. And it's fine. I don't think taking down the mask or whatever the case may be at that point in time would harm anybody.
So yeah, he's talking about the mask thing. So that is actually hilarious, but it gets better. It gets better, folks, because then from there, Miss Courtside Karen, she wasn't standing by that. She had to defend herself. She had to talk some more trash to Mr. LeBron James. So here is Miss Courtside Karen. That is her. And let's hear what she has to say about the matter. It's got 3 million views, by the way.
So I'm minding my own business, and Chris has been a Hawks fan forever. He's been watching the games for 10 years, whatever. He has this issue with LeBron. I don't have an issue with LeBron. I don't give a fuck about LeBron. Anyway, I'm minding my own business, drinking my wine, having fun. All of a sudden, LeBron says something to my husband, and I see this, and I stand up and go, "Don't fucking talk to my husband." And he looks at me and he goes, "Sit the fuck down, bitch." And I go, "Don't fucking call me a bitch. You sit the fuck. Get the fuck out of here." And I go, "Don't fucking talk to my husband like that. Don't talk to my husband." And he literally was like, "Fuck you, bitch. Sit down, bitch." And all of a sudden, now I'm getting kicked out. Excuse me, I have courtside seats that I paid for. Fuck you, LeBron. You're a fucking pussy. Get the fuck out of here. You're going to let a 25-year-old girl intimidate you during a game? Bye, bitch. Yo, I truly cannot fathom how whack some of you guys are. And I don't know about you guys.
Wow. Okay. So that was Miss Courtside Karen. And so you're probably wondering, Jeff, why do you keep calling this lady? Oh, no, there's actually another video I want to show you before I get to why I'm actually calling this lady Courtside Karen. So here's the thing. Apparently, the girl was all happy recording LeBron on her IG before the incident. So this was the lady before she attacked LeBron. This was her recording from her IG. And as we can see, that's Mr. 23 all on her screen. That's her username at the top. And she seems to not be caring much about what's happening in the game, but rather what's happening with LeBron James. So that gives you a little glimpse of what she was paying attention to during the actual game. And she told us, she said straight up, like, I ain't got no problem with LeBron. My husband does. But clearly it looks like she likes LeBron. Now, one last thing I want to show you before we wrap this thing on up is actually why am I calling her Courtside Karen? Well, this was a tweet put out by the LeBron James. You see the blue check? You see King James? All of that's legit. It says Courtside Karen was mad. So that, my good friends, is why I am calling this lady Courtside Karen. Here's my thoughts on the issue. Fans in the stands are great. I mean, that's what makes basketball. That's what gets people motivated, gets people turned up, gets people hyped. Hecklers are annoying. You shouldn't. I mean, I'm not crazy about hecklers. Like, you come to somebody's job, yelling at them, screaming at them while they're trying to perform. And I get it, it's a game, but at the same time, like, nobody yelling at you while you trying to perform. Ain't nobody yelling at me while I'm doing this video. Ain't nobody yelling at like that's stupid. Like, right? Like, it's one thing to yell and say, "Boo, you suck, LeBron. Kawhi's better. LeBron James is. Michael Jordan's better. The Clippers are gonna beat you. Blah blah blah." But cursing somebody out, calling them out the name. At the end of the day, they're a man. They're men. They're grown men, and so I wouldn't stand for that. You know what I'm saying? Whether LeBron should have called her to be, or whether that's true, we don't even know if that's true. If he called her out of her name, if he did, that's not cool. But whatever, it's funny. At the end of the day, yeah, if you call somebody out their name, you're liable. If you give out that energy, which sounds like her husband was giving out that energy, you're going to get that energy back. So you can't tell someone how to respond to you, and that doesn't matter just because you paid for some seats. And because he's performing his job, like, that don't mean if you call him out his name, he's not going to say the same thing back. That's all I got to say on that. Leave your thoughts and comments down below on whether LeBron James handled it right. I think he did. I think it was actually kind of hilarious. By the way, his tweet got 100,000 retweets and over 600,000 likes. So a lot of people must agree with what he said on the Courtside Karen thing. By the way, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you next time.